Calendar anxiety. You are 24. Someone from your university just bought a house. Someone else got engaged. A person you vaguely knew is raising a Series A. And something tightens in your chest that you cannot fully explain. Not quite jealousy, more like the sudden awareness that time is moving and you have no clear sense of whether you are spending yours correctly. This is calendar anxiety, the dread of being behind on a timeline nobody officially set, but everyone seems to be running on. It exists because school gave you checkpoints, grades, semesters, graduation. Everyone moved through the same stages at roughly the same pace. Then it ends, and the structure disappears. Some people are married at 23, some are still figuring out what they want at 29. Both are completely normal, but your brain, which spent 18 years being evaluated against your peers, does not know how to stop comparing. It keeps looking for the report card that no longer exists. The timeline you are measuring yourself against is not real. It was assembled from your parents' generation, filtered through social media highlights, and mistaken for a standard. Nobody is on schedule. Everyone is improvising. Nostalgic vertigo. Nothing happened today, and for some reason, you are sitting there missing your life from 2 years ago with an intensity that feels almost physical. The apartment, the friend group, the version of yourself that existed before everything changed. The strangest part, when you were actually living that life, you were not particularly happy in it. You might have been stressed or actively trying to leave, but now it glows. Now it feels like something you lost. This is nostalgic vertigo. Not missing the past because it was good, missing it because it was yours and it is gone, and the person who lived it no longer exists. Your life reinvents every 18 months in your 20s in a way that almost never happens again. New city, new job, new friend group. Every reinvention is a small death. The version of you from that chapter is gone. Grief is the correct response to that, even if you chose to leave, even if leaving was the right call. Your brain edits the past. It removes the Sunday nights where you felt completely lost and keeps the warmth and the inside jokes. You are not nostalgic for what it was. You are nostalgic for the version your memory decided to preserve. Potential paralysis. You could move to another country, start something, change careers entirely. The options are genuinely open. So you go home, open your laptop, stare at it for 20 minutes, and watch 4 hours of something you have already seen. Not because you do not care, because you care too much. The gap between where you are and every direction you could go is so wide that starting anywhere feels arbitrary. This is potential paralysis. Being so aware of your own possibilities that you cannot move toward any of them. For most of your life, your choices were managed for you: school, parents, structure. Your 20s are often the first time the structure drops and the choices are actually yours. Freedom is what you wanted, but freedom without structure creates a specific psychological weight. The more options available, the harder it is to choose any of them, and the less satisfied you feel once you do. The lie potential paralysis tells you is that the right move exists and you just have not found it yet. The truth is that direction comes from movement. You do not think your way out of paralysis. You move your way out. Friendship jet lag. There is a person you were inseparable from at 21. You told each other everything. Now you are 27 and you text maybe once a month. When you do meet up, something feels slightly off, like a conversation between two people who used to know each other and are quietly discovering they no longer do. You still love them, but the version of you that needed them the way you did no longer exists, and neither does the version of them that matched it. This is friendship jet lag, the disorientation of a friendship ending without either person doing anything wrong. Most early friendships were built on proximity. Same school, same schedule. You did not choose each other so much as end up together and grow attached. When the proximity ends, the friendship requires active effort. Some survive, many quietly drift. No fight, no reason. Just two people who evolved in different directions at exactly the speed they were supposed to. The grief is real, the loss counts, even without a reason. Milestone whiplash. 3 weddings, 1 funeral, a baby shower, a housewarming, a going away party, all in the same summer. You are a groomsman on Saturday. You are crying in your car on Sunday. By August, you do not know what emotional register you are supposed to be in. This is milestone whiplash. The vertigo of watching your peer group fracture into every possible life stage simultaneously, faster than you can metabolize any of it. Before your 20s, your peer group was roughly synchronized. Same school, same approximate position in life. Your 20s are where the paths diverge completely. The friend with 3 kids and the friend who has never been in a relationship exist in the same year, in the same phone contacts. Your nervous system was not built to hold that range in quick succession. There is no fix for this. What helps is just naming it, recognizing that the emotional exhaustion after a summer like this is not weakness. It is the correct response to carrying too many other people's moments at once. Competence dysmorphia. You are running a meeting at work. People are listening. You have responsibilities that are genuinely significant. Then you get home and Google how long to microwave rice. You call your mom about whether that thing is dishwasher safe. And a quiet voice wonders if the people at work are about to figure out you are mostly guessing. This is competence dysmorphia. The inability to accurately see your own capability, appearing more competent than you feel, while feeling less competent than you are. You are old enough to have real responsibilities, but young enough that nobody taught you the fundamentals. So you built expertise in specific areas while remaining genuinely uninformed about entire categories of basic life operation. The result is a person who can do a genuinely difficult thing and cannot do a genuinely simple thing and cannot always tell the difference. This gap is widest in your 20s. You have not had enough time for life competence to catch up with professional competence. It does. Eventually, you will figure out the rice. Freedom guilt. You have no kids, no mortgage, could move somewhere new in a month if you wanted. The freedom is real. And it makes you feel guilty, not grateful. Guilty, like you are doing freedom wrong by not converting it into something. Like the openness of your life is wasteful when you should be building something serious. This is freedom guilt, the discomfort of having more latitude than you know what to do with, in a culture that treats your 20s as time to be rapidly converted into structure. Your 20s are, for many people, the only extended period in adult life where your choices primarily affect yourself. Before this, you were a dependent. After this, others depend on you. The window is real and temporary, but the messages you receive about it are contradictory. Enjoy your freedom and also build your career, finances, relationships, and health. Freedom becomes another performance. Enjoying it feels indulgent. There is no correct way to spend your 20s. The pressure to perform freedom perfectly is itself the problem. First, mortality shivers. It is 2 a.m., you are not doing anything in particular, and then, without any trigger, the thought arrives, your parents are going to die. Not abstractly, actually, within a time frame your brain can now, for the first time, roughly calculate. Or it is the other version. You realize you are not immortal, not in the teenage way where you know this technically but feel invincible anyway. In the adult way, where it lands. This is first mortality shivers. The moment in your 20s when death stops being a concept and becomes a fact that applies to you and everyone you love. Teenagers understand death intellectually but do not feel it as part of their own story. Something shifts in your 20s. A grandparent dies, a peer dies suddenly, and the math your brain has been avoiding finally completes. The wall you thought was just background turns out to be real. This is not something going wrong. It is true information being processed correctly. You do not have to resolve mortality at 25. You just have to let it be true without it destroying you. Most people manage it. You will too.